Good morning, dear students. I am Dr. Srinivas, working as a professor of chemistry in Scientific Engineering College. I am going to explain the unit first of first year BTech students. The unit first of the last topic, conductivity, doping, N-type semiconductor, P-type semiconductors. So these are the topics today we have to discuss in this session. So why we want to discuss all these questions? These are not only important for the university examination. It will be very useful in entire life of every engineering. So that we are studying that electronics. The electronics are very useful to the EEE student, EC student, CS student as well as civil and mechanic. But the most important, what are the elements we are going to study? What are the electronics? Electronics is nothing but the elements. The three group elements. What are the three groups, sir? The three groups plays a very important role in the modern electronics. Third group, fourth group and fifth group. The third group is the boron, aluminum, gallium, indium. And fourth group is the carbon, silicon, germanium. You know that carbon play a very important role. And then the silicon, germanium. These are the pure semiconductor crystals. Silicon and germanium and carbon belongs to fourth group of the P block elements in a periodic table. And fifth group, this is phosphorus arsenic. The phosphorus arsenic or the pentavalent. And third group is the trivalent. So that pure semiconductors are placed in between where third and fifth. Third group and fifth group. So that semiconductors like silicon, germanium, P, that is our topic today. Okay. And while we are studying, the electrons are play a very important role in that all EEE or EC or computer science, modern age. And I will give one example. Nowadays, 20 years back, we had been used. What is that? That tungsten bulb, the tungsten filament. Now we are using the LED bulbs because the development of electronics. And the silicon chips are used in modern computers, mobile phones, and batteries also we are using. The day by day the research is going among these semiconductors, among all these elements. Here, so that is the reason, the more development is there, that's the reason we are studying. All the people of the world are entering into this field, electronic field, software field. The software is completely dependent upon the electronics. The electronics mean completely depend on the chemistry. The chemistry mean what? That's elements. The what type of elements are used in this? Only that. Third, fourth and fifth. And the fourth is the silicon and germanium. These are the pure semiconductors. When we add to either third group or fifth group, they are the N-type semiconductors and P-type semiconductors. Addition means the doping. So that's we are going to read now. We are going to study now. Okay, let's start our topics. So now materials. The classification of materials. The classification of materials mean earlier the matter is classified into three types. The matter, what is that matter? That is three types of matter. What are that? Solids, liquids and gases. The three types of matter classified. Again, solids are classified depend upon the conductivity. The solids again divided into three types based on the gaps. What is the gap? The gap between the valency bond and the conduction band. Valency bond and conduction band. So the level is called the Fermi level. The Fermi level is present between the conduction and the valency. So this is the Fermi level. This is the Fermi level here. The Fermi level gap. Here this is the Fermi level. Seeing this. So this is the dotted lines of Fermi level band gap. So the band gap is here very high. So too much of the very width, a lot of width is there. The band gap is more in the insulator. Mean what? The valency band electrons are not so easy to jump on the conduction band. So when there is no flow of electrons, there is no flowing of electrons. They are not able to jump electrons from valency band to the conduction band. That will not act as a conductance. Mean that act as an insulator. Mean the band gap is very high. The high band gap width. So mean that at ordinary conditions, they are not act as a conductors. They are act as an insulator. The best example is the wood. Wood is act as an insulator. Plastics also act as, and all the gases also act as, because the valence bond gap is more. That's the reason they are not able to jump electrons from valence bond to conduction band. And whereas in the conductance, in metals, example metals, the conductivity. Here there is no band gap. Actually, the valence band is overlapped with the conduction band. Both are overlapped. Here, this is the overlapping, like this. Mean this is the overlap place. This one. The violet color is the overlap and the red color is the valence bond and the conduction band is the blue color. They are overlapped. There is no band gap. So mean easily without any temperature that the metal, the valence electron easily transferred into the conduction band. Mean the flowing of electrons takes place. The flowing of electron is called current, power. The flow of electrons. So that in the case of metals, all the metals, copper, iron, gold, silver, whatever the metals, the free flowing there is no band gap. So that is the reason they are act as conductors. All the metal act as a conductors. We can say the conductors. And that semiconductors now. The semiconductors placed between the conductors and insulators. Here the band gap is less compared to the insulator. The less gap is there. Mean at ordinary condition they are not act as a good conductors. When either we have to increase the temperature or decrease the temperature, or when we add some impurity to that semiconductors, then it acts as a very good conductor. Mean the property will change. Mean that semiconductors mean some little bit conductivity and sometimes they act as a conductance, sometimes not active. Mean it's a poor conductivity. Mean when we have to take the semiconductor, when we increase the temperature, then it acts as a conductance. So these are the band gaps in the solids. Solids are three types: conductors, semiconductors, and insulator. And band gaps are there. The more band gap is in the insulator, and less band gap is in the semiconductor, and there is no band gap in that metals, in conductors. So this is the Fermi level. The Fermi level is present between the conduction band and the valence band. Okay. Now, effects of doping on conductance. Effects of doping on conductance. Here, so mean that fourth group elements, silicon or crystals, these are called what? Semiconductors. These semiconductors are when doped with the excess of electrons and deficient electrons. Deficient electrons are third group elements like boron or lithium, and excess electron like phosphorus, arsenic. So the based on this, mean this when these are the called impurities or doping elements, or either adding of the fifth group elements to the fourth group elements, that is the P entire, mean excess of electrons. Excess of electron impurity added to the fourth group element like a silicon or germanium, mean that is a doping. So this is called the n-type dopants or n-type electrons, n-type dopants or n-type semiconductors. And when you add to the third group elements like a boron, these are having the electron deficient, they are added to the crystalline like structure of silicon or germanium of fifth, fourth group elements. So these are the p-type elements, p-type dopants, p-type dopants or p-type semiconductors. When the p-type and n-type combining of n-type and p-type semiconductors creates a system which have useful applications in modern electronics. The many applications are there. So this is the effects how we can see. In these three words we have used. What are that words? Doping is a new word, and n-type semiconductors and p-type semiconductors. So what is meant by doping now? So doping is nothing, just add an impurity to the semiconductor. The little amount of impurity or an element add to the semiconductors. See. So types of dopings mean, first of all, definition of doping. The small quantity of an element or impurity to add small quantity of impurity to pure semiconductors to change its electrical conductivity and electrical property. The conductivity property is completely changed. So that is called the doping. So based on the doping, there are the two types, n-type semiconductors and p-type semiconductors. So n-type semiconductors mean doped with doped semiconductor in which conduction is due to the movement of electrons, movement of excess electrons and surplus electrons. And p-type semiconductors, a doped semiconductor in which conduction is due to the movement of a positive charge, mean here the electron deficient, mean n-type is the excess of electron and p-type is the electron deficient. Doping n-type semiconductor, p-types. Now we have to see the N-type semiconductors. So N-type semiconductors, we know already the fourth group element like silicon doped with the fifth group element like arsenic or phosphorus, that is the pentavalent. So mean the pentavalent mean excess of electrons are there in that phosphorus arsenic, mean electron donor. Excess means the electron donor. One electron is donated to others. Mean when excess of electrons added to this silicon, the pure crystal of silicon, the property will change. Exactly the property of the different properties and better property than the pure semiconductors. So mean excess or surplus of electrons. These surplus of electrons act as the movement. They are responsible more conductivity. The change the property of the conductance when this electron, the excess electron, when added to the structure, when replace the one crystalline structure of the silicon or germanium. So these are called the N-type semiconductor. Definitely the newly created semiconductor is better conduct current than the pure semiconductors. So in the diagram we have to see here, so this is the silicon crystal, the total, this is the silicon crystal. One silicon crystal is replaced by the fifth group pentavalent like phosphorus or arsenic. Here pentavalence means 5 electrons are there. When silicon, it is a fourth group electron, only 4 electrons are there. So the 4 electrons shared with the P, phosphorus or arsenic, and one more electron, excess electron is there. This is called the excess electron. And 4 electrons shared with the silicon atoms. 4 silicon molecules, and bond form. Whereas this extra electron, so this electron movement is the responsible for increasing the conductivity, and the characteristic is changed, and the property is changed. So because this excess of electron. So this is called this is the semiconductor. Mean what semiconductor? N-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor. Now we have to see the P-type semiconductor. What is that? P-type semiconductor. So P-type semiconductor means the semiconductors of fourth group elements like silicon or germanium, when doped with the third group elements like boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium, we have to take the boron. So boron is a good element, but the boron acts as an electron deficient element. Mean instead of 4 electrons, only having the 3 electrons. So it required 1 electron. Mean it's an electron acceptor. It is an electron acceptor. This dopant acts as an electron acceptor. Mean 3 electrons combine together to form the sharing of electrons, but 1 electron is less. This vacant state electron is also called as a positive electron hole. A hole, a electron hole, means the positively charged hole. This is created and acts as an electron carrier through the structure, which creates the semiconductor. Mean it is the responsibility, the hole, the positively charged electron is responsible for the activity, increase the conductivity. The property change because there is this positive wall. The positive wall accept an electrons. So let's look here. This is the crystalline structure of semiconductors, P-type semiconductors. Here the silicon is having that mean the 4 electrons sharing with the 4 electron, but here the one crystalline structure is removed and replaced by the boron atom. Here the boron atom, but boron is having the only 3 electrons. This is the 1 electron and 2 and 3. The 3 electrons shared with the 3 silicon atoms, and so there is no band here because 1 electron is less here. So the less electron mean here the one hole is there. The hole is act as a positive charged electron. So this hole is responsible for the generation of good conductivity and creation of a new property. So mean the positively hole acts. The positively whole movement is creates the conductivity and creates the property of the whole crystalline structure, this whole structure. So this is the p-type semiconductors. Okay, now what we have discussed: p-type semiconductors, n-type semiconductors, doping and valence bond. So briefly, what are the valence bond? There are the three types: insulators, semiconductors and conductors. The gap is more in insulator and the gap is less gap is in semiconductor. There is no gap in conductors, the overlapping. And doping, the small quantity of impurity added to that crystalline structure of silicon or phosphorus. So this is called the doping. And n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor means excess, the pentavalent doping to the crystalline structure of silicon or germanium is called n-type semiconductor. And pentavalent trivalent atoms like boron added to the silicon structure, crystalline structure of silicon or germanium, either silicon or germanium. So this is the p-type semiconductors. So this is the today session. Okay, thank you very much.